And it may even feel like you're going up the pyramid at a rate that feels like everything is fine. For you, maybe. And that is the great lie that has been, that has sustained this belief that has triumphed since the death of the New Deal and the death of the Great Society. This belief that pure capitalism will solve everything, that pure capitalism is a social policy. And the belief is, every day, and this is not myth, we mint a few more millionaires in America. We do. It is easier to climb out of the middle class into wealth faster in this country than it ever has been. But it's equally true that many, many, many more Americans are being consigned to the poverty level who would have otherwise been middle class or working class. There is no more working class in this country. Working class are those people that are in the service economy that haven't had a raise in 10 years. And because it's all sort of a big pyramid scheme, a wonderful scam, if you will, a Ponzi, everyone's always looking up and thinking, I might be the next millionaire. I might win the lottery. And if that happens, I don't want to be taxed. I don't want to think about my neighbors. I don't want to think about infrastructure. I don't want to think about the societal weight of so much distress and so much marginalization. I just want mine. It's a triumph of greed. And I don't see, that's been masterful. That's been masterful. All of our media, especially the media that I'm involved with, television, exalts wealth. The thing that people find out that feels remarkable to them about when they watch The Wire is it's like The Other America got a TV show. They're not just going to West Baltimore so that the cops can arrest somebody and make us feel good like the world's going to be righted by that. No, they're going there and actually staying with the people in West Baltimore. The story is about the other American. And that's why it sort of stands alone in television, because everything else in television is to make us feel as if we are entertained by an America where people are prettier and funnier, and they drive better cars than us and live in cooler places, and forgive me, I know it's a Catholic university, but it is that cynical, it is that rigorous in its placation of our basic desires. That's what television is, for the most part. And I don't know how to make an argument that says it's going to go another way. Nobody's looking at The Wire and going, I need to do that show. Because I need 17 people watching on Sunday night. And it's amazing to me that this room is filled, even given the number of people that are getting credit for it. It's amazing to me because where were you for 4 years? I mean, we were like, we were calling up our cousins and our brothers and sisters and mothers and fathers and asking them how they liked the show because no one else was talking about it. But the nature of what we pay attention to while this is all going on is pretty indicative of everything that Toynbee, for those of you who read Toynbee, wrote about decadent societies. And I believe that it's, there is nothing to suggest it's not going to get worse. Our media, the people who are attendant to the problems and challenging government and supposed to talk truth to power, they are weaker than ever. Our entertainment is more distracting than ever. Our politicians are more careerist and accultured to party politics than ever. The expectations of our basic institutions are being minimalized every day. We put a label on failure and call it success. I mean, Orwell would be cracking up. He would be thinking he underwrote it if he was looking at American society today. No child left behind. That is actually a phrase. The man he ran on it in Texas. It destroyed the educational system in Texas fairly well. Now it's effectively become a farce in every major school system in America. But the phrase, think about it, no child left behind. They're all left behind. I mean, you go to Baltimore City, and the gamesmanship and Baltimore's not unique. We're not using Baltimore as a whipping boy. We did season 4 of The Wire. We heard from teachers in every major city it resonated so well with people trying to teach grade level education in the public schools everywhere in America, even in many suburban and rural places. Just say no. Another phrase from my childhood as a reporter. That was the big one from the war on drugs. The negative. Just say no. In a quadrant of America, say West Baltimore, where every single industry, every single viable industry has left, where the union wage jobs that used to take marginally skilled labor, often that was one generation removed from a tobacco or cotton field or from an Appalachian holler, and transform them into union wage workers, and by the way, the consumers that were feeding the American economy. I mean, they're gone, and what's left for people is what? What are they supposed to say yes to? A job that is, 4 to 6 years of schooling that they're never going to see based on a grade school education that has been marginalized to begin with, and is 2 counties out or 1 county out. The job that we want them to walk to is a computer screen that they never experienced at any point in their primary education, that is over the county line somewhere. And ultimately, what we're looking at is somebody who's been told, just say no to the only viable economic engine in your neighborhood. And think about that for a moment. The only people hiring in your neighborhood is the drug trade. Your older brother and sister went down. It doesn't matter that it destroys you. It doesn't matter that it destroys your neighborhood. That's a given. You're only going to get 6 months or 2 years or 3 years. Nobody wins. And the thing about the kids on the corners, they're not fools. They totally get what the actual odds are. They know it is stacked against them. And yet they go anyway, because the one thing that it solves is, again, the existential crisis that people matter less. Hey, you may have marginalized yourself, but at least you know today what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to go down and sell these vials, or you're supposed to get high. I mean, every drug addict knows the moment he wakes up in the morning what his job is, what his whole essence is. He solved his existential crisis. But the kid sitting on the stoop wondering where to go, what part of America he was born into, that crisis is there every day. And that lie of just say no, why? Why should I say no? And what should I say yes to? And we don't have an answer for that last part. And the thing about it is more and more people are figuring this out. And they're getting angrier and angrier. Will anything result from that? I don't know. Maybe that's the only hope, is anger. I'm pretty angry. I mean, not every day, but right now. But that is what The Wire is about. And so